All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 742. I'm your host, GBD, here in Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man who was for the Microsoft Activision merger before he was against it, Wombat.
I was against it?
Remember like all those ads in like the 90s, those political ads where they would just, the whole ad would be like, oh, he was for, I don't know, gun control. It was the whole flip-flopper era.
Yes, the flip-flop era, the idea that people don't evolve and change over time.
Right, that was bad.
When this guy was 20 years old, he liked to drink beers. Now he drinks whiskey because he's over 50. What changed, Senator?
I don't think anyone ever ran a commercial like that.
I'm pretty sure they all ran commercials like that. What changed, Senator?
In the transition period right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. What's been going on?
Thank you.
Yeah, what's been going on?
I don't know. I don't think much of anything. I'm trying to think. Did I do anything this weekend? Not really. I saw my parents. We went out for Spanish food.
Did you get a new couch?
No, it's the same old couch. Same old new couch.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty boring. How about you, Ship? Anything?
We had a lot of soccer games. So we went to a lot of soccer games where my kids play in them.
Right. I remember those days.
It was fun. It was fun. So Emmeline plays on a team that like it's 3rd through 5th graders, right? And she's already tiny for a 3rd grader, right? She's so she's always the smallest one on the field, and like she's out there, she's doing fine. Hasn't scored a goal like in 2 years, like doing her part, like right, like
sure,
scoring goals is not important. But she
if you want to get in the newspaper, it is though.
Right. She scored the one and only goal in this weekend's game.
Huge.
So that was big. It's always to have that feeling of like, yes, she's probably going to remember that for the rest of her life. Like,
hopefully
not. Did she go
not.
for ice cream after?
No. It takes more than that to get ice cream out of it.
Wow. Wow. I
Hat
don't even want to know.
Hat trick or better.
Seriously. Yeah. I scored a goal, Daddy. Can we get ice cream? We don't get ice cream for
in
goals.
The car.
Champions.
We have ice cream at home.
Yeah.
Do you still get in the newspaper if you score a goal? Like the local?
Not in 8-year-olds say soccer.
We used to get into like the local newspaper if you scored in like even in like the PBA soccer league.
Really?
Yeah, there was be an article about all the leagues all the games of the day. And if you scored a goal or had like a really good game, you could get in the newspaper. And it was a big deal.
You know where I was?
Yep.
You know where I was this weekend?
In the newspaper talking about soccer?
No, but you talking about being a kid reminded me. I was on a certain street in Merrick, and when I was on it, I was like, why does this street name sound so familiar? And it's because it was yours. Your old
Oh, I don't own that street. I just lived there for a while.
I know. You lived there for a while.
Right.
And I was like, oh, hey.
Nice.
So, my son has a
Did
friend.
you find the plaque?
Yeah, I went to go find the year.
I just assume Cheapy is installing plaques throughout Long Island, wherever
only one.
He was at.
One and done. It was a lot of work and expense.
But my son has a friend who lives on your old block.
Nice.
So I had to go drop him off and pick him up from there on
They should have a
Monday.
plaque. They should have a plaque there that said there used to be trees on this block before Hurricane Sandy. And now there's like 2 trees.
There's that cool duck pond though.
That's right. I know it well.
I'm sure you do.
G Fuel rented a house right like off that duck pond, like a streamer house.
One of those. There's those 2 big houses right there.
It was one of those there's a lot of big houses that were built in like the 80s. They're like, those big 80s houses.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, G Fuel had one like right around the corner from my parents' house. My parents did not live in a big 80s house. But the G Fuel one was, and they had like the trucks, like so many Jeeps in the driveway, even like a fancy place to park the Jeep, like on a fake hill. You ever see
Ooh.
one of those? Like you could
the
stage
Land
it.
Rover, the Land Rover route.
It was like staged. Like their driveway was staged.
I think I know which house it is just by looking at just having
There's a
been
lot.
there.
There's a lot like that, and I'm sure it's gone. I feel like
I
you
just like
rented
to
it.
imagine there's a flavor that's coming out that's G Fuel Duck Pond.
No, I think they're long gone from the duck pond.
Not just Duck Pond, but Long Island. No, Merrick.
Long
Duck
Island
Pond.
Duck Pond. That is
Long
a drink.
Island Duck
That is a
Pond.
flavor right there.
Ugh,
Oh.
it's so green. It's dark
the
green
glue.
and slimy.
It has
and-
a film on top.
You definitely
Aw.
don't want to make skin contact, so I don't know how you're going to drink it.
It's like
You just
it'd be
look
like
at it.
kombucha. I assume is what it would kind of taste like.
It's like a lava
green
lamp.
kombucha.
You don't need to drink it. You buy it and you just put it on your desk and you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Speaking of Long Island, I have two shitty Long Island stories. Well, not really, but I got the most ridiculous parking ticket, like 10 minutes from like a 10-minute walk from my front door. It's such a scam. You ever get a parking ticket? A Long Island parking ticket, Wombat?
Probably.
You don't know the answer? If it was,
I mean, I'm
I've
sure
never
I
had a parking
have.
ticket in
I
my
was
life.
going to say I
Right.
don't. I couldn't tell you the last time I got a parking ticket. So I'm
I
sure.
follow the
I'm sure
rules.
my experience is very different than yours.
Yeah. What were you doing? Why were you breaking the law?
so it's just a scam. Like they want to make money. It's a money making scam. So like there's literally a lot in my town where within 30 feet of each other, there's 3 different methods that you have to be aware of the paid parking, right? So they have meters. Obviously, everybody understands meters. You see a meter, you put a coin in it, right? That's very straightforward. Then they have like the numbered spaces, right? No meters, but numbered spaces, but machine, like machine that takes your credit card and then you put the number
Sure.
in. Okay.
Sure.
Also like pretty familiar with that. But also right there are just spaces with no numbers and no meters.
The Bitcoin spaces.
I was like, all right, I guess this is like I can park here. There's no signs like
Is it like permit parking?
exactly. So they nail you for not having a permit, like a residential permit, but then also not having the permit to park there for that day or monthly. I don't even know. It's very fucking confusing for just a lot where you put your car.
Is this like a train lot or is this
Everything's a train lot that's within like a mile or so of the train station. So, but it's just all very ridiculous and it's expensive. So they get you 2 $85 tickets for like,
Hey, why 2?
because it's one for not having the residential permit and then one not for having the residential permit for that day or like having a monthly. It's fucking confusing how it works. You have to send in proof that you live there every year to apply for the permit, which you need to pay for. And then you need to either pay for like a monthly or daily. It's very fucking confusing for just a parking spot.
Because
And
my train station, you pay once every 2 years.
Yeah, that's a lot easier to deal with. And it's also
Which
like,
is why I'm like, I know I haven't had a parking problem in a while.
and none of it makes sense because it's like, they want you to get these spots, you have to be a resident of the town. But if you're a resident of the town, you fucking live in the town. So maybe there's a good chance you could actually walk to the spot. Like I could actually walk to that spot. I just happened to be coming from another direction and wanted to get some lunch and thought I could park there. But so like the people who can park in these spots are the people who live closest to them. It doesn't make any sense at all. It's just a scam. And now like I'm going to go to the court date and just like talk to the judge because it's what did I say? It was $85. That's a lot of money. 85 times 2, sorry, $170. So like I might as well just go to the courthouse and talk to the judge and see like
You got
what he's
nothing
got to
else
say.
going on.
I mean, I can talk. I give you an update on the show. I mean,
Right.
it's content.
I'm looking
This is just
forward to.
content.
Do you want me to join you on your day in court? I can.
No, it's going to make me nervous. It's
You
going to
sure? I
yeah,
can wear like a suit and tie.
no,
Really, I'm
No.
here to represent Mr. Abrams.
no.
How dare you?
It's the whole
You're out of order. This whole court's out of order.
right.
Was there?
Ooh-ah.
Have you figured out where you're parking for your court date?
I have to drive like a half an hour. The crazy thing is the parking ticket that I got is the most beautifully printed ticket. Like nothing in like the town looks like it has any value assigned to it. Like all, you know, everything's kind of old and like, but the parking ticket looks like it was printed out on like the latest, greatest parking ticket computer. Like they definitely have some deal with some company that is like taking half of all the parking ticket money, you know, to do like the app so you can pay by the app and stuff like that. It's all a cash grab. Big cash grab.
Cash grab.
I'm going to run for parking district. I don't even know if you run for it. I'm going to take over the parking district and then disband it because it serves no purpose.
So how many spots were open in this parking
All
lot?
of them. So many fucking spots. It's ridiculous. It was like it's not a desirable lot. It's just, it was made intentionally confusing and they trapped me. They got me a resident of the town. Great job. Anyway, it really bugged the shit out of me when I got that ticket, by the way. I've let it go now for a while.
Mm-hmm.
It's starting to simmer up again.
That's okay.
It's okay. The court date is like next week. So this will come to
that's soon.
Well, I got the tickets a while ago.
This? Is this like broadcast?
I hope not. I have notes,
be
though.
better
I have
than
notes.
when I got my
notes.
speeding ticket up in Westchester. That was a pain.
Is there at least the person in the court that's drawing your picture
No.
during this? Wombat,
No.
can you be the person who's drawing Chibi's picture
No.
during this?
Chibi, you're like, why do I
I don't
have
know that he's an
boobs?
artist. I haven't seen his work. I would need to pre-approve.
His daughter's an artist. Sabrina.
She's busy.
Can we get Sabrina to draw Chibi's
She'll be in
picture?
school, hopefully.
Sabrina will be too busy.
She'll be in school.
I feel like this could be
Cut
some kind
school.
of community service.
The learning experience.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Scared Straight program.
it's
For her,
yeah.
or for Cheapy?
I'm very careful. I don't get parking tickets. Well, I do now, but I don't do that. I'm not the guy that like is looking to like sneak one in there when nobody's looking. I look at the signs and I park somewhere else if I can't park there.
You should lead with that.
I should write that down on my notes. I will. I have some video presentations.
You should go back there and take a picture.
I've done that already, obviously.
Is there a PowerPoint? Have you put together a PowerPoint?
I thought about it, but it might be too much. I thought about it like a narrated video. Thought that might be too much. I just have to like do it. I don't know what the situation is. I'll have
you have to do like a whole history of the town. 1845.
Right. We didn't have parking. We didn't need parking district back then. We didn't need a person whose job it was to just give people tickets.
1910. The first car is parked.
It's really like I can afford to pay the parking ticket, but also I can afford the time to go to fight it. But there's people who can't do either of those things.
You're correct. This is
Like-
you looking out for the little person that lives in your town.
Yeah, or doesn't. I don't know. But I just thought about like that. Like that's like, for example, the table tennis coach, he has several fucking parking tickets, but he knows he can't park there. He's trying to get one through, but he had a whole list of parking tickets and he fought them, but I'll have to see what happened. I don't know what happened with that. But anyway,
You got exiled to Egypt for like 3 months.
Exactly. Like he cannot afford to be paying 6 parking tickets. Like, I mean, who can, like, on any basis? Anyway, let's do some show feedback. Enough parking. Jesus.
Oh, sure. I didn't know we were doing that. Okay.
Let's do
what
it.
do we got here? Yes. From Felder71 regarding Wombat fasting on Yom Kippur, but also playing video games. This was easily the most controversial thing we talked about last week. There were
Good.
numerous comments about it.
I can't read the comments anymore. They make me too insane.
That's okay.
Yes.
A rabbi once taught me that each commandment and Jewish ritual that you follow gets you a little closer to God. So while it would be optimal to follow all the ritualistic parts of Yom Kippur, like abstaining from electronics and creature comforts, attending services, etc., just fasting is still worthwhile on its own. We should never feel that it's pointless to participate in one area of religion and not another.
Hard disagree with that last statement.
So I'm just saying, I was still on the right. I get to play all the games I want.
I say we should feel it is pointless to participate in any area of religion that you feel like.
That's probably true too.
I learned that going to Hebrew school.
Yeah.
For too long. What else?
Wade Skelton, and was probably our other most controversial point of last week's show, was our discussion of Drakkar Noir. He had Drakkar Noir
Is that
in
how
the
a Swedish
7th
person
grade.
would say it?
Yeah. He had Drakkar Noir in the 7th grade, and I literally bathed in that shit. And I was pretty sure it'd get me a girlfriend all by itself, but it was Obsession that actually dropped panties, in case you're wondering.
Wow.
Yeah. Great show.
wasn't the
Thanks for sharing it with us. Yeah.
Get with us?
Yeah.
Oh.
He says, great show.
Wait, it was your
Do you ever have
personality.
Obsession?
I've never had Obsession.
Never had
So,
Obsession either.
Yeah.
Never had any of this stuff. I had like one.
Obsession.
I got one. I don't know. I'm trying to think how old I was when I started college. I feel like maybe
Before
like
you had your first cologne?
maybe like late high school. I don't know.
I told you I was
I
an Old
remember-
Spice man.
I remember I was into Curve.
I remember that was that the one in the blue bottle? No.
It came out for both sexes, right?
Mhm.
You had the Curve for men was like in a gold yellow type bottle.
That's a
Okay.
dildo.
Yeah.
Do you
Was a-
remember
was
when
a
the Gap
Curve, man.
the Gap cologne that smelled like grass?
No, I had
There
the one
was,
that was
Like,
in the
what kind
red
of grass?
bottle.
Wait, what kind of grass are we talking?
Weed.
Like on the ground grass, like cutting the grass. It smelled like cut grass, fresh cut grass, but it was a cologne.
I didn't partake in this, no.
It was very strange. Oddly enough, it's something that both I remember and my wife remembers, but it's from before we met each other. And every now and again, it comes up in conversation.
Jupe is the one that I had. Remember Jupe? It's
I
not
remember-
spelled
I remember-
Jew, by the way.
I remember Jupe.
All right, that's the one. I just looked up red men's cologne, and I found it right away.
Is Jupe still around? Can you
You can buy it.
lather yourself in Jupe?
You can buy it, $26.
Nice.
It's not like Mambo, which they don't make anymore.
Mm. Oh, they only make number 5.
No, they don't. Oh, the song. No, I got it. I was just kidding. Should we do Watch This Jerks?
Sure.
Did you guys watch the Mario trailer?
I did.
He doesn't
I
talk
have
like
not.
that.
I have not.
He doesn't.
You
How is
didn't?
it?
Really?
I didn't. I saw pictures of it. There's pictures scattered all around. I felt like I lived it. What did I miss in the Mario trailer?
Nothing.
Hardcore full frontal nudity. I was surprised, A, that it was in the trailer, like they gave that away, and B, that's the angle they were going with. I mean, I mean, it was okay.
What's the plot of this movie?
I believe it's hardcore sex.
It looks.
Okay.
The trailer looks as plain and unimaginative as you could imagine. It's just.
There's no like real people in this.
No, it's all at CGI. It's all animated.
The trailer is boring. It's pretty boring.
This might be a tough movie not to make boring.
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, look, I'm sure it's going to make $1 jillion, and the point is to
I'm
make $1
not
jillion.
sure it's going to
No?
make it. Yeah, I don't think that's a given.
You don't think
I'm
people?
not saying it-
I think it'll make a good amount of money. Like
I mean, you got
everything's
people.
gonna
I
watch
think
it out
if
of
it's-
curiosity, right?
I think if it's bad, it's not going to make that much money. If it's a good movie, then yes, I think it'll do quite well.
How
but
good
I
could
don't
it be?
think.
How good
I
could
think
it be?
it needs to be good to do well.
Is this going to be better than the Sonic movie?
No.
No,
Did you look? I mean, looking at the trailer, how good could this be?
I don't know.
I mean, looking at the trailer, you saw the trailer. Like, realistically
Maybe-
speaking, it looks.
It could be as good as the Lorax. Did you ever see that?
Mm-mm.
I saw the Lorax.
Yeah. What do you think of that movie? It
I saw
reminds
the
me a lot of.
Lorax.
It reminds me of that. That's what it kind of reminded me of.
Okay.
Like, oh, they're going. This is going to be like the Lorax, isn't it?
You mean the
I
look of it or
remember
the plot?
It was fine.
Yes.
Both.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
okay.
I mean, it's a smart move because I feel like I don't know. Are kids these days into Mario? Like my
Well,
kids know
that's
who
just it.
Mario is.
The kids know who Mario is, but are they gonna? Who's this? Who is the audience? That's
it's kids and nerds.
Okay,
I
it's
think
kids
it's
and nerds.
The
but
people
what-
who
Yeah.
buy like
It's supposed to
four different iterations of a Nintendo DS.
I thought you were talking about a
But
Ford.
how many
People
of
who
those
buy
pe-
Ford
No.
Fiestas?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I
But
haven't
how
done
many
that much
people is that?
research.
People are. Do you think even if those people who buy 4 DSs buy 4 movie tickets, it's not.
That's pretty good.
Is it?
It seems good.
I think
I
it'll
don't
do
know.
all right.
They sold a
It'll
lot
do
of DSs.
I mean, it makes if they turn this into a marketing vehicle, which is clearly what this is, right? Because they're opening up all the theme parks. They're always trying to sell Nintendo stuff, obviously.
Hmm.
I mean, it just has to be okay.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It's not going to lose money.
I'm not going to say the movie's going to bomb, but I also wouldn't bet on how I think the movie's going to do. That's basically my stance on this.
I'm surprised.
I don't know. I feel like it could go either way.
I'm surprised that you weren't curious, Shep, to hear Chris Pratt's take
I
on
am
the
curious.
Mario.
I just haven't. I
iconic.
just haven't. I didn't even realize the trailer had released.
He sounds like the mom from Bob's Burgers. It's weird.
And did you
I haven't seen that? So
you saw the French, or rather heard the French trailer, and they got a guy that basically sounds like Charles Martinet.
No, I haven't seen that. That's
like so you can hear like real Mario. I guess I don't know.
He did. I'm gonna have to listen to this because it's weird if the Mario voice isn't anywhere close to Mario.
Oh, it's nowhere close.
It's nowhere close.
It's just some guy. He's just some guy now.
I think when the movie comes out, it's gonna be like, hey, hey, guys,
it's me.
Hey, we gotta stop that Bowser because it's me.
He has a Canadian or Midwestern accent now.
Hey, it's me. I'm Mario. Hey, princess.
He has no Italian heritage anymore in his voice.
It's me, Mario.
That's what he sounds like.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in a mushroom kingdom now.
Oh, there's mushrooms here.
So there's like no self-awareness in the trailer at all.
No.
I don't think.
No.
Nothing.
I think
nothing
is it
clever. Nothing
Charlie
clever.
Day? Isn't he Luigi? I think that has potential.
He has to have the obnoxious, like, fake Italian dialect, right? Somebody has to provide that, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's good.
I hope it's good. But I don't care, actually. I don't hope that much. I hope for
I'm
world
gonna
peace.
watch it. I'm going to watch it with my kids. It'll probably be the best movie they've ever seen.
Yes. For sure. What else are we watching in movies?
I watched River's Edge.
What's that?
From the 80s?
From the 80s.
Isn't that Keanu Reeves?
No,
Keanu Reeves
Oh.
from 1987. It's the loosely based on a true teenage murder story.
Oh, that's not the camp counselor
He finds
one.
a dead body by the water.
Well, his friend killed somebody and said, "Hey, I killed somebody. Come look at this dead body by the water."
Oh.
And it's got Dennis Hopper in it. And I felt the need to watch this movie because I was not aware of it.
Really?
Until I was 8 when it came out. This wasn't exactly like, hey, I want to watch.
Point there.
I want to watch this movie that is about like delinquent teenagers.
Did you like it?
With no redeeming values. It's actually pretty good.
I mean, it's considered to be, I wouldn't say a classic per se, but
I mean, it's got like,
it's
I read
a well-regarded
the
movie. Yeah.
The reason why I watched it, first of all, it's on Tubi.
That's a good reason.
It's free. The other reason is because, and this links into the books area of the show, the ever popular books area, is that like, I don't know, 2 out of the last 5 books I've read have referenced River's Edge. And so I'm like,
weird.
I guess I gotta watch River's Edge so that I know what we're referencing here. But yeah, it was in the Dave Grohl storyteller book. He referenced it, and then it's in Devil House.
That seems like a movie he'd be into. Dave Grohl was probably into the River's Edge.
Sure.
I bet the first time he met Keanu Reeves, he was like, "Man, I loved you in River's Edge. Let's go play some rock and roll."
Yeah. And then right now I'm reading Devil House by John Darnielle. I don't know how it's pronounced. It's the lead singer of Mountain Goats. He's also a novelist.
Oh, Mountain Goats. Yeah. That's my favorite song of theirs. You know that one? Do you know that one?
I don't. I do. I mean, I know many Mountain Goat songs,
Right.
but I don't know my title. So maybe I do know it, and I
Right.
just don't know the title of it.
Wait, I was going to ask Wombat a question about River's Edge first.
Sure.
It's a movie question. It's not River's Edge, Wombat, but what's the movie with Kevin Bacon as like he's like a camp counselor or something, and they're on the river.
That's Whitewater Summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's Whitewater
And somebody
Summer.
like breaks their leg or something,
Mm-hmm.
and then he's got to save the day. Not quite as hard as River's Edge.
And not to be confused with the Razor's Edge, based on the Somerset Vaughn book starring Bill Murray.
Yeah. You might like River's Edge, Cheapy. There's a lot of depression and murder. There's some sex.
Breasts.
I watched a movie that had boobs in it over the weekend.
It also has a lot of weed, Cheapy.
I like both of those things.
I watched an American Werewolf in London over the weekend.
Okay.
Again.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a good movie.
It is.
Is that on HBO Max or something?
It's on Amazon Prime.
Tubi.
It's not on Tubi. It might be a Tubi.
Tubi has commercials, right?
Tubi has commercials. Yeah.
I watched it on Prime without commercials and boobs. And still probably the best werewolf transformation in cinema ever.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why I watched that though. Because I'm like, ooh, I was on a werewolf kick because of the other thing I watched.
Hotel Transylvania 4.
No.
Oh.
Teen Wolf.
Now I'm not the only person who put this on here, so I'm assuming I'm not the only one who watched it. And that would be Werewolf by Night on Disney Plus. Who else watched it? Anyone?
I admit to watching it.
Did you not like it?
No, it was fine.
I loved it.
You did?
I thought it was so cool.
It was
I thought it was a lot of fun.
It was fun-ish, but it was like very light entertainment.
Yeah, it's 55 minutes long.
I will not think about it ever again.
Oh, this is just a one shot?
Yeah.
It's just a one shot. It's not a TV series. It's not even a full length movie. It's a full on just Halloween special that's also MCU canon. And it has some fun, like C-list characters. Like, where else are you going to see
guy with beard and
Werewolf by
David
Night.
Bowie.
Werewolf by Night is in it, obviously. Jack Russell. And it has Elsa Bloodstone, holder of the Bloodstone Diamond in Monster Hunter. And it has Man-Thing in it. And that's awesome.
The show, it's because it's only 55 minutes. It's good and bad. It's over. It's, obviously it doesn't take too long to finish it, but there's obviously no character or anything. It's just like, here are these guys, and they're going to watch them fight each other in black and white with some stylish camera work, but the fighting is sort of like, okay, you got a little choppy in there with some of those edits, I feel, but it's fine.
They
fun
don't shy away from the violence. There's no
Do I have to change my settings in Disney Plus to watch this?
You might, you can't. I wouldn't watch it with the kids.
There's dismemberment, but it's black and white dismemberment.
Yeah,
I haven't made that change when that happened.
There's more than one face stabbing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not for your kids yet.
Oh, I know it's not for my kids, but it's just a matter of like,
you
I
don't
have to
need
go to my settings and allow whatever content so I can watch it.
I think it's worth your time. I thought it was a lot of fun.
I'll watch it.
I thought it was nice to see something different that's also still Marvel. It was nice to see characters that I'm probably more familiar with than other people. I totally understand that. But for me, there's something fun about that. And yeah, I appreciate what they did. It was Michael Giacchino's first directorial outing, his directorial debut. You know him as the composer of almost every movie you've watched probably in the last 10 years. I like the Incredibles theme. He also did the Up theme. He's done most of the recent Marvel movies.
Love Nicki Minaj.
He did the Marvel fanfare that you see when the Marvel logo. So I guess this was, hey, you've written like 10 soundtracks for us. Why don't you get to direct something if you want? And he did a good job. So
happy for him.
Yeah, why not? He seems like a decent guy. I don't know. I like his music.
Nice.
It makes a good soundtrack.
Cool.
Mhm.
I watched the first episode of. Hey, we're on that monster tip.
Halloween
Interview with
time.
a Vampire.
Yeah.
You know the
Interview
new
with a
one?
Vampire. Yeah.
The new
how's
one.
that? How is it?
It's good. He's black
Sexy?
now. Lestat is black now, which is like a nice twist. And also Eric Bogosian is in it. I think that's how you say his name. I didn't even know he was still alive, so I was like, I know this
Talk
guy.
Radio, Eric Bogosian.
Yeah, I know this guy. Like, looked him up. That's him. The
Under
first episode.
Siege 2? Is that the one he's in? Or is he in the first one?
Oh, I don't remember. He's in
Me
a lot of
neither.
shit. But anyway, it was the first episode was good. The first episode is free on Amazon Prime. If I can get my dad's password, I will watch this on AMC, whatever it's called. Yeah, seemed good. Interview with the Vampire. I read the books. I read a lot of those Anne Rice books.
Really?
Yeah, there was a bunch of them.
That surprises me.
A long
Does
time
me.
ago. I mean, it was a while ago.
No books anymore.
No, I've read them all. There's none left. So I don't know. It's good. I'm gonna keep watching it. And we also watched a lot of Bling Empire season 3 on Netflix, which is one of their most popular shows apparently. That's the rich Asian people.
Okay.
And you just look at their opulence and money wasting and bad attitudes, and makes you feel better and worse about yourself at the same time, you know. It's good. And I like the nice flyovers, like drone shots of LA. Pretty cool.
I get those in my just wallpaper that comes on Apple TV.
Right, but this has more fake tits. A lot more fake tits on this one.
Do you like pointing out all the landmarks in LA when that thing comes on Apple TV? Do you have Apple TV?
No. I mean, I have I do. I have the app, I guess, is what I have. I don't have
and
the
it
one
still goes
plugged
through
in.
that though, right?
I think it does, but I don't.
Like if you leave it paused and all of a sudden you're like
I think
flying
so.
over LA and you're like, hey, there's our hotel. We stayed right there.
I smoked weed there. Yeah, I smoked weed there.
Hey, I can't see the Target, but it's right behind this building. There's a Target
I
down
haven't
there.
seen that. I should check that out.
Yeah, just leave your Apple TV on pause for a while.
I shall.
You should read Devil House. I'm enjoying it.
But it's about what's it about? It's about his life as a rock and roller in the mountain goats.
No. He writes novels.
Oh, okay.
So Devil House is
it about a devil house?
It's about the reason why he references River's Edge is because it takes place in the same town in California. And I don't think this is based around a real murder, but it's another murder in that town that takes place in this house. And so it's the premise is that he's in the book, the character is a writer, and the way he does it, like basically all of his writing is about crimes that have been committed, but he does it by like moving into the building where the crime. So he buys the house that the crimes took place in and just goes and lives there to gather all of his information and come up with the inner workings. I have no idea where this is going on this book. I can't tell if we're going to get into supernatural or not, but it's really good so far.
So he couldn't afford to do this in Manhattan. It would be too expensive.
Right. This is
he's got to pick murders in cheap areas.
Yeah. Like where's the cheapest place someone's been murdered recently?
Right. I can get a good deal.
I'm probably not going to pronounce this.
What's the resale housing market like in this?
It's in California.
I think that's how you say it.
Okay. So yeah, it's good. If you were going to read
Devil
a book,
House.
I'd recommend reading Devil House.
Right.
I don't know. I was thinking of picking up that Big Bang Theory book that's coming out soon. So
is that a nonfiction book or
that is a nonfiction history of the Big Bang Theory book that's supposed to have all the dirty secrets of what happened.
Go for it.
I know. I might. Is it sad that I may actually really pick that up?
I don't believe in banned books, but I feel like that one they could ban that.
It would be. It's interesting insight into 10 years of popular culture. See, it's education.
Do you watch Young Sheldon?
I don't.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, it's not the same. I also don't like really anything past like season 6 of Big Bang Theory. Isn't very good either.
You're like a gatekeeper of Bing
Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
There's
I only
Jump
like
the
the
shark.
early stuff.
Oh no, that show is very problematic. There's a lot of. We're not going to get into that today.
I want to get you a T-shirt that says I only like the early Bing Bang Theory.
Yeah, I like Big Bang Theory before it was cool.
Yeah, that is a great T-shirt.
People in the chat are writing in to ask if we watched Dahmer. I have not watched it. It sounds a little too fucking dark and depressing, even for me. I don't think Wombat's watched it either.
No, all of my daughter's friends watched it.
That
and
sounds
she's
not
like,
right.
And she's like, I want to watch it. And we told her no. Not that she couldn't anyway, but she
Right.
hasn't. Like, she actually listened to us. So,
Right. People also writing that there's a new Mike Flanagan show called Midnight Club on Netflix. We have not watched that yet. We're going to watch it. I heard it's less.
from Red Letter Media?
What?
Isn't that the guy's name from Red Letter Media? Mike Flanagan?
I don't think so.
No, it's Mike something else.
Mike something else. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's Mike something else. I was making a joke.
It's probably good. I'm going to watch it because Midnight Mass is definitely one of my favorite TV shows ever. So I will definitely watch his next. How about some new releases?
Sure.
Is there any? I don't remember hearing much
There's not much.
about this week's.
PGA Tour 2K23.
Is that Tiger
Plays-
Woods' game?
You can play as Michael Jordan in that game.
Is that true?
Yeah, and Steph Curry.
Can you bet? Is there like a lot of gratuitous gambling in that?
I hope so.
That's how he likes to golf, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. A PGA Tour 2K23. I'm sure that's a fine game.
No More Heroes 3.
Now that's been out. This is just the PlayStation 5 version of it now?
I don't know.
Right.
I know it's $60.
Yep.
More power to them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it came out. Wait, it came out for Xbox as well.
Yes, it did.
Interesting. Those series have not been outside of Nintendo platforms before.
I think that's right.
If I remember.
Yep.
So maybe it's time to expand those out and make the money.
It's time for Suda to buy some new $300 pants. This is what it's time for. Those pants, they ain't buying themselves.
A Frog's Job is out on the Switch.
What job is that?
I don't know.
Are
A
you sure
Frog
you're not
Job.
talking about Froggy World that's out for the Switch?
No, that's different. It's different. Froggy World is that's first of all, that's Froggy with the 1G. And that's a budget game at $3. I only talk about AAA games like A Frog's Job, which is $4.99.
Right. Nice.
Mhm.
I don't know. Is this the lull before the storm here, or what's going on here?
We have a couple of things coming out soon. We got the Ghostbusters. We got what's the one that I'm thinking of that comes out soon?
This
Oh, the
Gotham Knights is coming out. There's Pokemon coming out.
Yeah, I got
There's the Midnight Suns. The Midnight Suns of Marvel.
Is
that's
that
coming out.
That comes out December 3rd.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
Mm-hmm. I got an email about it today.
You got the
That's still
Mario
coming out
Rabbids
this
game.
year.
Mario Rabbids is coming out. I know everyone's looking for that. Skull and Bones is not coming out.
I wonder if
Was.
they'll add Werewolf by Night to Marvel Suns. They should do that.
The guy's
Everybody's
name is
clamoring for
Werewolf by Night.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the name of
that's the name of the character.
that's the name of the character.
That's
Well, his name
That's
is
so-
Jack.
right.
Jack Russell.
Jack
is his
Russell.
name.
Who named
Yeah.
this? Kojima? Did he write this one?
I mean, he's been around since 1972. I
Did
assume
not.
there were a lot of drugs. Yeah, the stoned people came up. with the
Werewolf at
name.
Night. By night or at night?
By night.
How do you think Priest Simulator for PC is?
Touchy, very touchy. It sounds good. It sounds.
is that going to be one of the games that is it another co-op style game where you can't control your hands properly?
No, it's only $16. And I want to look. I'm looking now.
I mean, yeah, you gotta
20% off.
tell me what Priest Simulator is, GP.
It's a first person. It looks like a first person action game, a mockumental action game. So it's a sandbox shooter where you're a priest. and it's very weird.
I feel like we could do better than a
Yeah.
first person shooter.
There's no
the
child
name
molesting in this game
Free
at all.
simulator.
There's no.
I mean, even if you didn't go the molestation route with this, like, just if you had like a co-op style game where you were trying to like hold mass, and you're
Giving
you're
away
trying
gold here. That's a good
trying to
idea.
awkwardly like
Right.
do the all of the holy water and
you hear people
blessings and
mumbling in the
everything.
background, like gasping when you drop stuff. Like,
right.
it's like,
Yeah.
oh, what's happening? What's
That's
wrong?
the game. This
This looks weird.
giving
But
him
this-
a gun. I don't know. That's like, I don't know, going the Fortnite route. It's just the cheap way out.
I will say it has very positive reviews on Switch. I mean, on Steam.
Okay. All right.
So
Fair
I don't
enough.
want to hate.
I don't either. I just feel like they have a name there that they could have done something with.
Yes. It's not too late. Well, maybe it is if they have the name.
You know what I did this week? I went to a GameStop.
They're still around, huh?
Have you been to a GameStop?
I walked by.
I go into the one near me every now and again, fairly regularly, I guess.
They had a 50% off clearance sale.
Yeah, I didn't go in for that though. I missed that. Did you get anything good?
I mean, goods relative. Right?
Did you get anything?
I did. I got like the Hotel Transylvania game for like $10.
Nice. Did you get
The latest one?
the Game and Watch, the Legend
I
of Zelda?
already have it, so I didn't.
Oh.
I got it for Christmas last year. I got a bunch of kids games that were super cheap.
Nice. There's
So,
nothing wrong with that.
Nerf Legends, it's basically Fortnite Wombat is what it is. The Hotel Transylvania Scary Tale Adventures game, not bad for $10.
That's not the one that's like Pikmin, right?
That's not the Pikmin game. This is the second Hotel Transylvania game.
Okay.
Maybe at least the second Hotel Transylvania game. It's a action platformer that is not bad for kids.
Do you play as Dracula?
You play as there's 3 different stories at least, and they're all based upon fairy tales. So you play as
It's the first time I've ever seen Chibi about to fall asleep during
this
show.
is fine. I'm fine with that. Dracula, you play, I think that one's like, I don't know, is it Aladdin? Some thieves fairy tale that I don't know. And then you play as Mavis as Little Red Riding Hood, and we have not unlocked the Blobby tale yet, so I'm not sure which one that is.
I can't get up.
All right.
Yep.
That's enough of that.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Yeah,
I usually
250
only
games.
go in.
Like, when do you go in and buy games for $250 anymore?
I don't. I only go in there to look for
Socks.
they get Fortnite figures that no one else gets.
You know what I picked up? I picked up that remake of that Kurt Schilling game for $250.
Ah, Knights of Amalur.
Yeah. Got that
That's a
for
good- that's a-
$250. Got
that's a
that
good
going
price
for me.
Just remember,
Yeah.
they just bought the company that made that game. They didn't really make the game.
Oh, I know. I just forget the name of it, and I knew
Right.
Wombat would come up with it if I said Kurt Schilling.
Right.
It was either that or reference the really nice benches they had at E3 that were like, they looked like logs.
Well, I don't remember that.
Oh, they were nice.
They paid
It
for
was-
some nice. Kurt put out some nice cash for some good benches at first.
They looked. It was very rustic looking on the
Okay.
benches.
That I'll give them credit for, not for making Kingdoms of Amalur, which isn't, I don't know how great that is. Anyway, is that it for the new releases? Is that
I
where?
think so. I think
We
it's
were
not-
already into shopping news. So
we're up to
Oh,
hear
I
from-
can't wait for the shopping
Yeah.
news. I can't wait.
you
What
already
kind of-
missed it. It was
Oh.
the
He
GameStop
talked about.
section.
He went to GameStop.
Oh, perfect. That was
Now
some
we're going to
shopping
hear
news.
from our friends and partners like HelloFresh. With HelloFresh, you get farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. And that's why it's America's #1 meal kit. Subscribe to HelloFresh and check Save Money off your fall to-do list. HelloFresh is 25% cheaper than takeout and less expensive than grocery shopping, too. With HelloFresh, ingredients travel from the farm to your doorstep in less than 7 days, so you know they're fresh. Plus, pre-portioned ingredients make cooking a snap and cut down on food waste. Have a packed fall calendar? HelloFresh's quick and easy meals, like their 20-minute recipes or low prep and easy cleanup options, mean you'll spend less time in the kitchen and more time with your loved one. Changing seasons also means changing tastes. And with the 30 plus weekly recipes to choose from, HelloFresh has something for everyone. Easily customize your meals by swapping proteins or sides, upgrading to choice proteins, or adding a protein to a veggie meal. Also, a reminder that Green Chef is now owned by HelloFresh, and with a wider array of meal plans to choose from, there's something for everyone. We love switching between the brands, and now you guys can enjoy both brands at a discount from the CAGcast. I had HelloFresh for dinner tonight. I had rigatoni with zucchini and ground beef, like a meat sauce. It was quite delicious. Actually, it was super delicious. I also had some pork chops with garlic bread earlier in the week, and shrimp tacos were for Taco Tuesday.
I had some chicken with some pickled jalapenos and some rice. It was very nice.
Mm-hmm. That sounds good. It's funny because my wife's not a fan of jalapenos, and so I don't get those meals, but I would enjoy that. So, but that's the beauty of HelloFresh. Over 30 plus meals to choose from. There's something for everybody. Just go to HelloFresh.com/CAGcast65 and use code CAGcast65 for 65% off plus free shipping. Again, go to HelloFresh.com/CAGcast65 and use code CAGcast65 for 65% off plus free shipping. That's HelloFresh, and America's #1 meal kit. All right. Well, we're in between. I got to clear my throat. Because I'm one of those people who drinks a lot of coffee, but couldn't tell you exactly what makes a good cup taste so good. All I know is that when I get my coffee from Trade Coffee, it's great. Let me tell you about Trade Coffee. It's a coffee subscription service unlike anything you've tried before. Because they partnered with top independent roasters to freshly roast and send the best coffees in the country direct to your home on your preferred schedule. Your trade experience can be as simple or as sophisticated as you want. You can quickly select from curated collections by roast, flavor profile, brewing method, and more. Their team of experts do all the work, taste testing hundreds of coffees from across the U.S. every month to curate over 450 exceptional coffees that make the cut. Or if you want something curated just for you, then take a minute and complete Trade Coffee's questionnaire. You'll be expertly matched with your perfect coffee, and a fresh bag of beans will be on its way. I know Ship is a big fan of Trade Coffee. I know he is a subscriber to the service.
I'm not only a listener to this ad, but I'm also a subscriber.
Yep, which is awesome. The coffee I get from Trade is so good, I can't believe how much I like what they pick for me. Trade is the easiest way to get your best tasting coffee delivered fresh when you need it. You've got nothing to lose because Trade guarantees you will love your first bag. If not, they will work with you to replace it for free. So if you want to support small businesses and brew the best cup of coffee you've ever made at home, it's time to try Trade Coffee. Right now, Trade is offering our listeners a total of $30 off your first order plus free shipping at drinktrade.com/CAGcast. That's drinktrade.com/CAGcast for $30 off your subscription to the best coffees in the country. What happened to Cheapy? He's gone. I wanted to talk about fortnightly news.
Let's do it.
They added the goo gun to Fortnite.
What's that?
So it's like a gun and it shoots goop out everywhere.
Did they steal Splatoon? Is this what this is?
Well, the goop explodes. And if you cover someone in goop, they explode. Or you could shoot a building in goop and the wall will explode. It's like, I guess, like a C4 gun. It's pretty cool, actually. Some people are complaining about it because it might be a little too overpowered.
Sounds overpowered.
It is definitely overpowered. But, you know, yesterday I was playing last night with the guys, you know, the listeners of the show, Darkness, ODX, Drew Brew. They may actually be there's Darkness in the chat saying it's fun. I sprayed, I think, three people with it, and I knocked off half their health. It was cool because then the rest of the team can just go in and gank them. It's a good way to rack up some kills and or assists if you're playing squads.
You say, is that what the kids are saying? Gank 'em?
Yeah. Gank them. Yeah.
Gank 'em.
Gank. Yeah. That's the word. Right, Cheapy?
Gank them.
Yeah.
Say it all the time.
I know.
Gank this,
Soon,
gank
though,
that.
I might be able to play some Fortnite in VR.
Oh,
Yeah.
you needed another way to play Fortnite.
If I could use my Xbox Cloud Gaming coming to Meta Quest, I could play all sorts of games in VR.
You can't play. I mean, they're just in 2D on a virtual screen.
On your face.
I know.
Right.
It's not
So
really,
shitty.
is it?
So it's like if you can play, you can have a much shittier experience playing them on your Quest.
This is the dream, right? This is how you watch movies as well.
Oh, everybody's doing that. Everyone wants to watch it in the lowest resolution as possible and with a helmet on their head. That's basically what they want.
That's how I do everything.
Cool.
Well, it is cloud gaming, so it may not be the lowest resolution. It's like almost the lowest.
No, I'm talking about the headset. You're playing on the Quest headset. It's $300.
Yeah, I know.
It's not like as good as a TV.
I know.
All right.
You're gonna do that? Is that how you're gonna play Fortnite now?
I
Yeah,
think
it is.
he's excited about it.
That's the goal. I'm going to start it tomorrow. I think. Is it out?
Is
I
this
don't
the
even
thing
think
you
it's
have?
out
You have
yet.
Meta Quest? Is that the one?
Yeah, it was
Yes.
Oculus Quest and now it's Meta Quest.
Did you rebrand it in your house?
I put a new sticker on it so I don't forget.
You
I'm
correct
getting
people when they
excited.
call it.
I'm gonna have to pick up the Iron Man game when it comes out. Also, 'cause it's no
We're
longer
down
a
with that now. Okay.
It's no longer a PlayStation exclusive because the company that made it was
Huge
bought
news.
by Meta. So I'll be able to play Iron Man.
That's why they bought Okay, I did not put that together at all. That's Ryan Payton's company. I forgot that they made the Iron Man VR game. They will buy Facebook.
Is that what Meta Quest users were clamoring for?
They will buy. They will, as soon as a Quest game gets to a certain level, they will buy the company that makes it. That's just their MO. Once the game gets to a certain point, I'm surprised actually that the table tennis game hasn't been purchased yet because they've probably had 1 million players. Like, it's probably pretty good for Quest. Maybe the guy just said no.
You can get a Meta Pro set.
What now?
The Meta Pro VR was announced this week.
Yep.
That's $1,500.
Okay. Why would I get that?
It is backwards compatible though, so
No one's going to get that. I mean, that's the pricing at that. You're pricing it for companies.
I'm like, I don't know
that's
who
a corporate
it's for.
use. That's a corporate use. That's like when Microsoft put out their AR headset. I think it was the same price, right? $1,500. Holodeck, right? That was $1,500. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is not really like a consumer product, even though they'll sell it like on Amazon and stuff. I'm sure, but like,
I mean, it is called a Pro for a reason. It's for professionals.
yeah, I don't know what it seems weird. Like, why even bother? But okay, I guess they really
VR players.
But it's not for games, really. It's not for games. No, I'm saying it's clearly like has some. They want to use it for corporate applications. Like they're really trying to push.
Let me show you how we're going to build this house. And then you put on the headset.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much that's what they're going for. Just like
we use VR at work.
See,
so you can get one of these.
No.
You get
you
a
don't
VR
use it at
Pro.
work.
What?
You do use it at work, or you don't?
We do. We have a VR set up at work.
What do you do with
That's
it?
crazy.
We lay out different scenarios.
Like what? What's the scenario?
So,
What happens if a building falls on our?
No. It's like you lay out different stores or restaurants.
Is it like the plank?
And say like, here's what this new device would look like and how you could interact with it, and it leads to situations that you don't get if you just have the CAD by itself.
But you do it all like everybody is in the VR at the same time doing it, or
no, one
take
VR,
turns?
but people are in the room to where you can see the other person walking around in VR, right? It's up there on the screen.
Got it. And so you get feedback from everybody.
Yeah, and then different people try it, and you do learn stuff from that you don't get if you weren't in that environment.
That's what this item is for. I think they're going after companies like yours. Not, I mean, the whole point of the whole selling point of the Quest is that it was cheap as shit. So,
and they already raised the price on that.
right. So I don't know what they're doing. I really have no idea what they're doing over there.
I mean, they're still doing it, right? They're not like Google, who's just like, nope. And
they're not going to give up. They're not.
Right.
He said like this is the future. It's going to take like it's till the end of the decade, is what Zuckerberg said.
It's such a weird thing. Like, I'm gonna reference a book that you guys don't know.
That's okay.
Ready Player One. What?
No. This is a business book.
Bible, the Holy Bible.
Crossing the Chasm is the name of this business book, and basically what it lays out is the takeaway is about the adoption curve of things, right? So you've got your early enthusiasts, then your early adopters, then your mainstream, then your laggards, and then everybody, pretty much, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a huge gap that you have to cross, the chasm between early adopters and mainstream, right? And it's an enormous endeavor to get a technology across that, right? Like most new technology just dies in that chasm area because you can never get it past the state of like people understanding and being enthusiasts about it, which is where VR has been for a long time, right? Like it's teetering on there, but there's nothing that's gotten it across to like, okay, now this is a mainstream product.
Correct.
So you're just pumping money in until you get to that point,
right?
Like you're just throwing money at it like crazy.
10 billion a year.
And the key to all of that is like identifying what your beachhead is. Like you have to identify like one core thing that you have to go after to get it across to the mainstream.
Right.
And that's games, right? That's what VR is identified as, like, this is how we get to the mainstream. And then after that you branch out. Right. But it hasn't it hasn't gotten past like the early adopters phase, really.
Right.
Like
and he's going right for the corporate use now. He thinks that's the real future.
So now you're going after multiple beachheads.
Yeah.
Which is not it's not the successful path, right? It's you're just spending money in multiple areas then to get to that.
They just added legs to the avatars for their
I feel
corporate.
Smarter now.
Yeah.
I appreciate this.
Yeah, of course.
Good episode. I feel a little smarter.
Right.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, you mean like this is like a connect. This is like a connect scenario.
Whoops.
Sorry, everyone.
Yeah. Here, I'll go back to me. How about that? Better?
Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Creepy, please burp right now.
Nice.
Yeah, the games, they haven't broken through on the games even. They've started to like make headroom with the cheap system and the games that are selling over 1 million copies. But then they raised the price and now they put out this $1,500 thing. That's not going to help that cause at all. I don't know what the thought process is. I guess just keep spending 10 billion a year and hope they become like sunglasses.
I mean, they can right? Like they have the money to spend on this.
They do, and they do ish. I mean,
their other products, their money makers are sort of on the decline as well, though. Like Facebook,
they're not making as much money per year as they used to. I think they're still making money, but it's not. Does
Amazon have one of these?
No.
Okay, this isn't going anywhere then. I mean, that's if it's going somewhere, Amazon just comes in and buys it.
Right.
Because they have all the money and all the developers.
Right. Yeah, Amazon hasn't done anything.
Okay.
At all, as far as we know. And Apple, maybe. Apparently they're working on some glasses. No helmets. I'm pretty sure Apple's not working on a helmet. Right? Like it's going to be more glasses. These things are still helmets. What else we got?
So Multiverses apparently is actually doing quite well from what I've been seeing, which is great. There's nothing wrong with games doing well. It helps everybody. But they came out with their Halloween event.
Okay.
And I guess if you don't want to pay for everything in their Halloween event, you have to play 780 games over 30 days to unlock everything.
Is that a lot?
I feel like that's a lot. You know, the Fortnite Halloween event comes out next week, and that's going to be a free to play event. There's not going to be a buy-in, I assume, because they've never done that before, and that will not require 780 games.
So you're saying I have to play 780 great games to unlock the pumpkin patch profile icon?
Yeah.
The jack-o'-lantern emote sticker?
Gotta have both of those.
The mummy rain dog epic variant?
Mm-hmm.
And the calico cake epic variant.
Fuck all that.
What is this, Wombat? This
gambling.
I've played this game and I still couldn't tell what in the world these things are.
Collecting shit.
It's for one is for Jake the dog. The calico cake skin is for Jake the dog. So you can play.
Who's Jake the dog? Is that Adventure Time or something?
Adventure Time, yeah.
Okay.
So I guess that requires 12,000 pieces of candy, which seems like a lot of candy. You know, it just seems.
Especially
I guess
if you're a dentist.
Basically, it comes down to the whole idea of, you know, free to play games like this are fine, but especially one that's already successful. Why would you make your first Halloween event unnecessarily difficult when you're still
wanting to make money?
That's what I was gonna say.
They want you to buy it. They don't want you to get it for free. That's not. They're not
there to
model.
fucking win awards for for a good free game.
I understand that. I'm not saying that they're not in it to make money, or that they shouldn't be making money, or that there's not money to be made here. It's just, should it be punishing at the same time? Maybe you cut that in half. Maybe it shouldn't be cost as much. I feel like they would get more.
I think they did the science on this. I think they got the computers crunching the numbers, and they said,
I don't trust anyone at Warner Brothers right now to be crunching the numbers with everything that's going on there. I think there's.
You think they just throwing darts at the board there?
I'm going with the throwing darts. I think that I only know, you know, my point of reference obviously is the Fortnites, but I know that their Halloween event is usually free without any buy-ins on anything. But they put some crazy Halloween skins in the shop at the same time that you could only get by paying for it. That's how they do it. Like the rumor is that Freddy Krueger is coming out this Halloween. Freddy Krueger is not going to be unlockable in the Halloween event. Freddy Krueger is going to be money only. And then there's going to be probably
have a
like
gun.
Definitely.
Yes. Yeah, Freddy Krueger with a gun. And his pickaxe will be the glove. It'll be awesome. Why not? Cares?
Wait. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll have the glove to break.
So the glove
walls.
is on his back?
No, his pickaxe. It'll be the
I
glove.
thought the pickaxe went on the back, though.
No, pickaxe doesn't go on your back.
Is everybody just running around with their pickaxe in their hand, or what?
It depends on the character. Some characters it just disappears. There are a couple of characters where it goes in your back, like Snake Eyes puts his katana, you know, in his back. So it's all, you know, it's all character dependent. Not everyone's the same. There's all sorts of animations. It's part of what makes it interesting and fun. I think that's the better model, though. If you're going to have a Halloween event that you're touting as a free Halloween event to get people playing your game, then you should keep that as a free event and have your paid stuff separate. That's all I'm saying. I think that this is a bad idea, and I prefer that other method. They do the same thing with all the major holidays. In Fortnite, I'm sure Multiverses will do the same thing. But they seem to be doing this pay for event, which I'm not a fan of.
But it doesn't matter. None of that matters. Like, you're not unlocking characters or anything.
Well, not on this Halloween event. The Fortnite Christmas event, you get free characters.
Well, so maybe Multiverses will do that with the Christmas event too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there are things that for Fortnite really work and work really well that no one seems to copy, because they all lean on that. No, we want to make money, so we have to charge for everything, as opposed to this your first one's free drug addict scenario that might actually work a little bit better. Because the thing that actually got me into Fortnite was the Christmas event in 2019, which seems like a long time ago.
I don't like Christmas.
I like free stuff. And I like Fortnite.
You like the aspect of Christmas that you get free stuff.
Everybody likes that.
From Fortnite. I like getting free stuff from Fortnite that everyone gets, by the way, not just me.
It doesn't matter if you're Jewish or not. You get it.
No. They call it a holiday event. Should I call it the holiday event?
I think that's proper now. I mean,
I
that's
mean,
what your kid's school call it, right?
not my kid's school.
Winter.
My kids call it
Jesus'
Columbus
birthday.
Day 2.
Is it still called Christmas break at your school?
I don't think so. I think they call it winter. No, there is a winter break. I think they just call it. They may call it Christmas break. I literally have to.
They definitely call it holiday recess.
Yeah, I think they call it holiday recess.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We're winter break folks around here.
Yeah. Holiday recess. There's holiday recess and winter break. So there's both. That's why.
What's the difference?
One is in December and the other is in February.
What do you have? Oh, you have a weird schedule where
Yeah.
your summers are weird. Yep.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Sorry.
You gotta have time to take your recycling back to the store. So
Exactly.
I get it.
Yep. We have to take our bottles back in bags.
Gotta have a break.
Anyway. Multiverses, I don't know. I haven't played that game since the week it came out anyway. So I'm sure
We've played it a couple of times, but it's not. Neither one of my kids are like, "Hey, let's go play Multiverses."
I know it. I mean, I'm not going to tell you. I'll bore people with what I think the problems are with games with the free to play game universe these days. But
when are we going to get another Burnout? Because
you know what,
Dash was all about Burnout.
I bet that would work really well as an open world free to play game.
Enough with the fucking free to play games.
I think they could just make another Burnout.
I know
and
another Burnout would be nice
very
too.
well.
How about that?
Like it's crazy that that franchise just went away.
Yep.
Right.
It just Remember when that game was all about crashing cars?
It still is. The Paradise version. If you're a 5-year-old playing that game, it's still about crashing. Still all about crashing cars.
Because Burnout Paradise, yes, that game is a lot of fun, but it's not the crashing and earning points for how big your.
That's in there somewhere. Like I came into the room the other day and Dashel had found that somehow. I'm like, how did you get to this? I never found this.
Yeah, I never saw that.
Like he was doing the thing like where you like hit the A button, your car rolls over and points are coming up.
Oh, that's a separate mode.
I had no idea how when I played Burnout Paradise, I don't remember ever doing that.
That was not in there. Yeah, nope.
He like found it somehow, and I could not figure out how to get back to it.
That was the best thing about Burnout.
It's in there. It's buried in there. The setup of Burnout Paradise is still really weird to me because it's that open world setup, and then you like come up to the stoplights, and you're like, all right, I've got an event here or something. And he only does the takedown. Like he knows what color is on the icon for the takedowns.
I also only do takedowns, so it works. I understand.
Yeah. Like all the rest. Why would I do a race where I'm just racing? Like
those are no fun because they're not fun. You know, it's fun crashing into another car until it explodes.
Right. Let me hear some more Guns N' Roses, please.
Yeah. Yep.
Just watch that Thor movie.
I either want to be chasing someone or be chased by someone. Those are the only two things that work.
He also booted up the other day one of the Need for Speed games where you're the police versus the
rivals.
Hot Pursuit.
Hot Pursuit.
I don't remember. It's one of the ones that's on Game Pass. I don't remember. He booted
They're all
it up
on Game Pass.
I know, but it's one of the more recent ones.
Hot Pursuit. They're good games. Yes.
Yeah. It was a little bit like I steered him away back to Burnout from that though, because it was like I don't know if we need to be stealing cars as a 5-year-old and like trying to outrun the police.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I like when you are. So that's which one is that? That might be Rivals. I think Hot Pursuit's the one where you play more as the police.
Right.
Catching.
Yeah. This one was like you were part of the gang.
Yeah.
And you're stealing cars and like a lot of talking back and forth.
I know. I played a little bit of that one. It's not as good as
it's fun enough. It was just like, let's go back to Burnout. There's not really
there's no plot. There's no plot there.
Right. There's not like as many like I don't know, political things that I have to work my way through with my 5-year-old.
You know what I played a little bit of over the weekend?
Mm-mm.
The new No Man's Sky update.
How's that?
It's good. They added like a more casual mode, but not. So they had a mode that they had added in a while back where it's just like, oh yeah, no, now you don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to collect anything. You don't have to get money for anything. Everything will just be free. You can just go around. And that honestly got old real quick. And then there were people who were like, well, the other game version of the game is still a little it's too much. And this is not enough. So they came out with a kind of in the middle version.
Okay.
With a lot more options. And I figured I would give that a shot because why not? It's sitting there. First of all, that game looks great. I know that it's been a while. Like the amount of work they've put into the look of that game, it's worth your time to download. You know who would probably really like it? Dash. Has he ever played No Man's Sky?
Can you crash things into each other?
You can't, but he could fly in outer space and discover different planets where like weird creatures will be walking around.
No, not his scene.
All right.
He's purely action games at this point.
Oh, that's too bad. But it's fun. It's worth, like I said, if you already have the game, it's worth checking out the new updates. That's all.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I played a lot of Rogue Legacy 2 over the weekend. That's a really good game. I suggest playing that.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the CAG bag. We got Real Dark Paul writes in. He says, with rumors of the minor PS5 revision in the coming future, detachable disk drive, as far as I know, do you think Microsoft would even bother trying to compete with that, considering the Series S is so much cheaper? Well, how would they compete with that? They don't.
I don't know. I guess they could make a separate disk drive for the Series S. Could they do that? I don't know.
I don't think they want to do that. I don't think
like
they need to do
the
that.
old HD DVD player.
Is that something that people want?
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Well, that would be the next part of that statement that I didn't get to was if anyone actually wants that.
I don't think even people like the PS5. They're looking for the people. A lot of people who bought the no disk drive version are regretting their purchase and want to drop another $100 on. Seems. I don't know.
Interesting move. I don't know. Like it's like I feel like both of them kind of have their right offerings already of like, hey, I want to go fully digital, give me the discount.
Right.
And then give me the all inclusive version, right? Like
right. Simple.
Yeah. I don't know that we need to complicate this too much. This is crazy.
I guess they can make money off it.
This doesn't seem real.
Isn't that a King Missile song?
No, it's not.
You sure?
It's also just a rumor too, so maybe it's not even happening.
It's so weird because I did see a PS5 in store the other day. Like I walked into Best Buy over the weekend and there was a PS5 there.
I haven't.
I'm sure they sold out like immediately. They had like I saw the PS5 there, and then I was like looking. I was just browsing through the game section, right? And one of the employees came up and like gave me like a little look and like almost whispered in my ear, "Hey, we have Xbox X or Series X in stock."
Oh, okay.
And it was like, "All right,
I have
thanks."
one.
Right. But
that's
we're so much later. Like we're 2 years into this thing, and this is still
it's crazy. I haven't seen a Series X.
I was at the Greyhound charity auction over the weekend. That's what I did this weekend. I was there, and one of the things they had up was a PlayStation 5, and they were so excited to have the PlayStation 5 at the auction. You know, I went up to it and was looking at it, and they're like, "Yeah, you got to buy special tickets if you want to bid on the PlayStation 5." It's not part of the regular auction. It's separate. It's special.
It's not part of the Chinese auction because it's not cheap.
Exactly. And I was like, "Oh, that's okay. I already have one." And they were like befuddled by that statement. but yeah, like they were like, "Oh yeah, it's like special. You gotta." I'm like, "Really? Still? We're still here with this stupid thing, huh?" But yeah, I won a basket of other stuff anyway.
That sounds much better.
I got Hawaiian treats.
Oh, that's what you won. I wasn't sure if that was your donation or if that's what you won.
Well, we donated the money. You get the tickets, and then you try to, win something with your.
What are Hawaiian treats?
It was like macadamia nuts.
Bunch of junk.
It was a essential oil diffuser was in there. There was some Mai Tais in there.
Right in the
Did you
trash.
put those in your essential oil diffuser?
Yeah, you put the Mai Tais and you get wasted from the steam. But it was fine. It was cute. I mean, I was literally the only person that bid on it, so just why we won that.
What did the PlayStation 5 go for?
I don't know. I never. I don't. Yeah, that I don't know. I know that my Hawaiian basket was $20, and it had a retail value of $125.
If you sold it to like a crazy person,
yeah,
it was
maybe.
like hasn't eaten in 5 years. Like, oh my God, I'll give you $120 for those nuts.
And my wife got a spa basket for $30 that had a retail value of like $250.
$6 million. That spa basket. It was.
Yeah, it was a $6 million. I don't know.
It was a lifetime. You got your own spa franchise.
Mm-hmm.
No, maybe not.
Yes.
All right, that's it for the CAG bag, and that is it for the show. So we'll see you next week.
All right.
Something like that.
All right. Yeah. Brent's done.